yarrow.
Yarrow.
And what this does, it grows white flowers, little white flowers on it. You can take this plant, the leaves and the flowers, and what you do is you crush it up in your hand and you rub it on yourself. It's a natural mosquito repellent as well, the yarrow. You can also make a tea out of it, and that's good for stomach complaints, stuff like that. It's a really nice plant. You can identify it because it has feathery leaves, eh?
Yeah. Nice.
Looks like feathers, eh?
Yeah.
But you can hang it upside down on your doorway, and it stops the mosquitoes. Won't come in.
Excellent.
I was asked one time about somebody that had an alcoholic problem. Drinks dandelion root tea. It takes the craving, the alcohol craving away. And it helps people that have alcohol problems. The root. And you can also use it as a coffee substitute.
So would you take the root, you dry the root and then chop it up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you're making medicines, you always make it dry form. You never make it in wet form, because what happens is, okay, you can go ahead and make it, but then you'll see mold growth because of the moisture in the plant. So you always use dry material, eh? If you're making an oil from it, I use a pint jar, and you dry out the flowers. You just you can gather the whole dandelion flower, dry it up, and then you fill the jar half full with the dandelion flowers, and then you add your oil. Now your oil, that's the carrier oil, right? It depends. You can use sunflower oil, you can use olive oil, you know, any kind of oil you want to, really. And you just fill the jar up with that, and then you let it sit for a while. Let it sit for a while. You keep checking it. You'll see it coming. You'll see the oil becoming a golden color, and you know it's ready. It's ready when it's like that. So you just keep checking on it once in a while, and then you strain it, and you get your medicine out of that, and you can use the oil. Make a salve out of it if you want to, cream out of it if you want to. The dandelion, eh? You can also eat it for food. You know, add it in your salad. The leaves and flowers, fresh. It's really nice, tasty. It's best to if you're gonna gather this, it's best to gather it when it's young, the young leaves. Right now, it's too old. You have to get it when it first comes up. Otherwise, what happens is, it grows tall, and then on the stem, you'll see purple streaks. It's poisonous. Don't gather that. Don't eat that, because the whole plant turns poisonous because of all any plant you see that has purple streaks on it, the stem, you stay away from that because it's poisonous. So if you're gonna gather parsnip, you can you get it when it's young. You can add it to salads or stir fries even. You can put it in, you know. But myself, I just stay away from it in general, you know. But you can take the pips off when it's like that, and you can make tea out of that as well. You could also make spruce tip jelly, which I've done. Right. You can use it for food as well, hey? It's good for you. It tastes pretty good. So right now all the spruce trees have the green tips, and this is the time to get them.
Yeah.
You can make spruce tip oil, which I've done, and you can make salve out of it, and that's good for cuts, scrapes, that sort of thing. So you gather all these, just snip all the young tips off, eh?
So you try and like only take a few per branch to keep the tree healthy?
Yeah. You don't deplete it. You just take a few off here and there. You walk around and you just take a few off here and there. You don't want to totally deplete it off, eh? I also gather resins off the trees. And you can mix the spruce resin with the pine resin. You mix it together. You make yourself what you call vapor rub. When you're sick, ill. You make an oil out of this, and then you make a salve out of it. And you melt this down, eh? You melt it down in oil. You just put it on low heat, and you put enough there, fill your jar half full of either spruce sap and pine sap. Mix them together. So then you have it on low heat, and what it does, you just keep checking it, stirring it, and it'll start melting down. You'll get some debris, but it's okay because you can strain that out, and then you get the whole, you get nothing but medicine. Then you can go ahead and make a salve out of it. You can make a cream out of it, salve out of it, lip balm out of it. You can even crush it in a mortar if it's dry, and you add the fine stuff onto make an incense out of it, natural incense. The pine tree, you can use that. You can make oil even not only from the resin, but you can also make oil out of the pine needles as well, and it's good for tea as well. And, I use the comfrey root, and the comfrey leaves are good. If you got a fracture, broken bone, sprain even, you take the comfrey leaf, you crush it, you put it on like a band-aid, the comfrey leaf, then you wrap it up, and you leave it on overnight, okay? And it's called nip, another name is nip back bone. And then I use the root of the comfrey, and I make oil and salve out of the comfrey, and that helps to heal bruises, cuts, scrapes, whatever you have, eh? And also, you see the little seeds are starting to start. So you can just pick it and eat them directly. They're really good and healthy for you, lots of vitamin C, stuff like that. The seeds, eh?
What is it?
Stinging nettle.
Yeah, okay.
So it's best when it's growing this tall, you gotta wear gloves. If you're gonna get stinging nettle, it's best to get it when it's young. The young leaves of the stinging nettle you can collect.
Like how big?
Eh?
Like a foot, less than a foot?
Yeah, the young leaves. So when the stinging nettle.
Natural
But
spinach.
right now you're gonna need gloves if you gather.
It's good for
You can dry out, eh? But if you do get stung by a stinging nettle,
allergy.
there's usually
Make tea out of it.
plantain
Good for allergy.
growing nearby.
So if
So
you're allergic
if you
to a
get
lot of
stung, you see the
grass,
plantain,
whatever,
it grows this.
stinging nettle juice. Tonic will help you.
Or is, if you get stung with it, what do you do?
You gather the plantain,
Yeah.
just chew it,
Yeah.
spit on it,
Yeah,
rub
okay.
it on, and it's an instant. It takes the instant stinging away from the
Are you
from the
gonna
nettle.
stick your hand
And it
And the
always
plantain is
grows,
where?
usually grows by, but I think this is good for somebody that has circulation problems in the legs. Take a stinging nettle, slap it on yourself, because a stinging nettle acts as a stimulator.
So to do it on purpose, like sting on purpose.
Yeah.
Would you do
So
it with
then
that big?
it will help with the circulation.
When the plant is that big, would you do it with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would take part of it off, like snip part of it off, and then you just take it and you just start slapping where you're, because elderlies, they get problems with the circulation, arms, legs, stuff like that. So if they got circulation problem, you sting nettle and you just slap it on and let it sting. Well, it does sting
As you're chewing the
but
plantain.
the sting does go away, right? So, but it helps with the circulation. It gets the blood flow and the circulation back in the legs. This plant here, to identify this, that's bed straw. It's called bed straw. And how you know is the stem is square on this plant. It grows little white bundle of flowers on it. So you know this is bed straw. And it has, if you notice, the stem is square on the bed straw. What I make out of this is I make cream out of this. Use the flowers, the leaves, dry them out, and I make a cream. That cream is good for women. It takes away wrinkles. It helps with wrinkles. Sarsaparilla. That's what they make root beer out of.
Okay.
Which one is it?
It's a licorice. It's like
Oh,
licorice.
interesting. I have.
This one right here, it's got the spikes on it,
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's very
and
interesting.
it grows these little flowers. You'll see that out in the wild. It'll have little white flowers in a bunch, and that's what they make root beer from.
From the flower.
Make a good cancer medicine. There's about 4 different varieties. Devil club is the main. White aspen tree. Then you get. We trade with people up north. Caribou wheat. Yeah, and roots. Devil club roots. So we boil all that together, and every now and then you drink a little bit of it throughout the days, and you're healing. I'm part Gitsan and part Kutuda. People, our aunties, uncles, they all taught us how to use all these medicine. Everything is medicine. Everything is alive today. We have to respect it. You know, only use so much of it. The bears hang around the lake too. You follow a bear around, he'll teach you everything about the medicine, what he eats.
Yeah. You can gather the seeds, and if you make smoothies, you can add them in there.
No.
Okay?
What is it called?
Lamb's quarters or goosefoot, because the leaves are in the shape of a goosefoot. And seeds on it, eh? You can gather the seeds, eat them green, or you can wait till fall, wait till they're red. The seeds will turn red. And you can add the leaves in with your soup, stews. Use it as a food as well.